Heck. Oh, this is so stupid. Uh. Here we're going.
I'm happy I went before.
Okay. 2 days in a row now. Look at why it's doing that. So we put it on the Facebooks. Here we go. What's going on? Yeah, thank you. That should work. I don't know why my fucking YouTube is just like the thumbnail. You could take the picture, it works fine, but as soon as you fucking put it on the live, it doesn't go.
So, Jim Lawn Care, first thing I see is 2 different sites. I mean, it's a different site from his name, and it's Montbazon.ca. It's another company.
bunny. I want to pet bunny. I was like, aw. Yeah, totally. I don't like that tree. But yeah. Can you use a picture? The acquisition. One triangle one? I already asked. So you definitely want to do it.
Just have me take a picture.
Picture for what?
It's just a
No.
fuck you
Trying to do
picture.
picture. Stupid.
So French.
The weirdo.
But I heard you. Can you take a picture?
Behind us over there. What are you doing?
Maybe. You can always have in mind. You're like, hey, oh, it's okay.
Keep in mind, yeah?
You can always have in mind. If somebody tells you anything, you just say, whatever, man. I'm here to check out where the fucking raccoon nest because I have to report it to the city because you keep raiding my garbage. So.
Hey. How do you do that? You just like right on the spot because of like that's ridiculous. Like, but not so outrageous that no one would
Okay, so the trick
be
is,
doing that.
you know, far-fetched. You know, something far-fetched.
Yeah.
And something that is too far-fetched. So you'll be more likely to believe something that is way too far-fetched. Because you're like, whoa, way too complicated and like specific to be not true, right?
See, like that's what I was saying before. I can't like excited that this is the first time I've been in an environment where I can play the dumb card. Like every other time, I'm just gonna be like, oh, I don't know. It ends up being like 10 other people are like, well, we don't know. I'm like, oh God. I know. You're like, don't. I'll figure it out. I always said for my next, if I ever have to work in customer service again, I'm just gonna start off like, what? I don't know, because like I just started, and then just like people are just gonna be like, okay, never mind, it's fine, I'll do it.
See, look, like that. Your audio vibrates. Here, you can see we had noises.
Oh.
Oops.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I touched on your porn thing, and I'm seeing a lot of black people. Where was it? Live here. Okay. You're a lot into interracial lately, or what?
Okay, you know what? Fuck off.
What?
I've also gotten a lot.
What? You said fuck off because I'm right?
No, I've also gotten a lot of she-mail on my thing, so fuck you.
Really?
It happens.
You're watching that? That's why you don't watch it around me anymore. You watch fucked up shit, eh? Maybe how do I go check the video? We're just recording.
End it.
I did that. Of course I did that, baby. You think I'm gonna do that? Say that stupid stuff while you're live?
So it should bring you to the studio.
Stream preview?
No.
Yeah, here. Stream studio.
No, because I did it on Facebook.
Oh, a lot of fat people now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, here, Medicine Swan was live. I don't know. It was just. Did you call it surveillance?
Yeah.
I love it. I have a giant joint in my mouth. Every time I'm on live thing, I always have a giant joint. It's me. That's my fat belly.
Big ass man chef.
My big ass man chest. Jesus. I don't even recognize my voice. It's Mongols old dossier. Tabarnak. It's Mongols old dossier.
Yeah, but you're
all
like the
free.
first person to just be like, and you don't say it out loud because you're like you don't want to be rude, obviously, but you'll mutter it to yourself. You'll be like, sounds so stupid. You stupid you sound. I'm just like, what? And you're like, French people sound so stupid. Like they seem to know it, but it's like, don't even fucking know how stupid you sound. I'm like, what? Like,
This is the kind of video I like.
nothing. Like every other video I have.
No, but it needs to be on a live feed. You know? The fear of missing out thing.
FOMO.
Yeah. That stuff. You'd be high as fuck, and then you're just like, I can't look away because maybe something's gonna happen.
The one time that I took my like old baggy powder and I put it in my pipe and I smoked it, I was by myself too. I like full on freaked out and got like the craziest paranoia I've ever gotten, and I pulled out like my dad's old like camcorder and I like set it up in the living room with like a window and shit. Like I was so
Out of weed?
What?
Out of weed?
No, it was like all my baggies from like all my fucking like pills that like I just like accumulated. I just like took all the powders from the bottom of the baggies and I put it in a pipe.
And you smoked it?
Yeah, and I realized that was really stupid.
It's disgusting, first of all.
Yeah, it's first of all it's disgusting.
What you
and-
did is you do actually smoke the meth out
but
of
it
it.
doesn't make you stay awake nearly like.
But
the
no,
same,
but the thing
but
is
it
that
makes
you
fucking
smoke all
stupid.
those other powder chemicals
And
as
all
well.
that plastic shit. too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I was by myself too, and I was like fucking just super desperate and jonesing and not doing well mentally in many categories. But yeah, no, I got super crazy paranoid, but I was fucking right anyway. Because there was like this red car that was parked at the end of my parents' street, and it would be there for hours. I'm like, maybe it's like the neighbors have like their kids visiting or something like that. And like there was one day I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out and just like fucking check like to see if there's anybody in this car. And as soon as me and Jack, like I was like, oh, I'll pretend to walk the dog. Pound?
Yeah.
Later.
Oh, but you said you wanted to
No, I already got the
Yeah, so walk the dog?
No, as soon as we, like, I was like, oh, I'll just make it like I'm walking the dog. So as soon as we got outside, we walk up behind the car turns on, drives away. I was like, fuck off. Like, that time I was actually right to be, like, a little bit paranoid, but, like, my paranoia went from, like, fucking 0 to 100, like, almost instantly. And I was just like, so that's not the same thing. I also took a bath. I spent, like, fucking 3 hours doing this too, trying to set up this fucking camera. And then I was like, I'm gonna go take a bath. And I think I ate a PB&J sandwich in the bath.
Okay.
And then I went to bed. Like I never even fucking bothered to check the camera because I was like, what the fuck happened yesterday? Like, I was like, I set up like a camera. I was like, that was fucked up. Like, we're not gonna do that again. Because I was unaware that it is not the same effect. We used to do something called parachuting.
Yeah, you put that in a pape and then you eat it.
Well, we put them in a paper towel or a napkin.
Oh, we did it with rolling paper.
And it's because we thought it would make it high faster.
No, just so you don't taste it when you eat it. Just for that.
Yeah, but it was already in film format. We crushed it up to put it in paper towel. To roll up paper towel full of fucking speed.
That's what we used to do with MDMA, with ecstasy.
Yeah, we used to just
You crush it. You crush it, and I do a tiny little track because it goes because the
This
fast
is before we were
the
doing
fastest way you get high off of your body is by your mucus, and the one that dissolves drugs the fastest is your nose mucus. So people think that shooting coke is like faster than anything. No, it's snoring. Snoring drugs melts
that.
it
No,
faster
but it's
into
a
your
harder
mucus.
hit, much harder.
Yeah, the hit is harder for sure. Can I have the playback more than twice as fast? We left for an hour. 52 minutes. Right?
Come out at all today.
Baby,
Hmm?
have crab dinner all over my shirt. I can't believe you didn't say anything yet.
I didn't even notice. Get a coat on. From there. Then we see us.
I'll take my penis elsewhere.
Oh, no. That's not what I meant. The little old lady, you're gonna scare her.
Whatever.
Or intimidate her. Or, I mean, make her jealous. Hi.
Love you.
So I realized what I did to the basement is almost exactly like what I wanted to do to the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Did not think that through. Our whole fucking house can't look like a...
No.
Oh, there's a fluffy little submarine and it's so fluffy. It's like a fucking giant cotton ball on a string. Oh my goodness. So clean. My dog's so not. Look at it.
And a corgi.
Oh, and a corgi too?
A fat one, too.
Maybe it's Waffle. Is an older man walking it?
No, it's a black lady.
Oh.
Weird, huh? Now we're gonna have a trans after?
A what?
No?
What?
Because I said a lot of black people, and then you said there's a lot of trans too. I said a black lady, and then we're gonna be trans. You don't get it?
Friend?
Because when I stumbled upon your page there, it's like, oh, there's a lot of black people. It's gonna be
See, like,
trans.
they even fucking register. Who does that?
Walk their dog?
Like, specifically, it's like, blacks, porn, Asian, porn. They don't ever go Caucasian, porn. Or is it just
Well,
default
okay.
that
So
porn?
I had that conversation with my brother once that maybe might give you some clearance out of that. Maybe it was like
I
I like South American girls. I'm like I really don't. I like you know what? Because I was dating my girlfriend. I was Filipino and Quebecois at that time.
Okay.
So I'm like I'd much rather Asian, I guess, than South American. South American fucking scared the shit out of me. It's like, oh no, I like South Americans, but I don't like Asian. I'm like, okay, that's weird. I never thought of that.
I just don't really.
Know what I mean?
I don't see race.
Like I don't have a preference, but I have an unpreference, I guess.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what they call the mamacitas? These are scary fucking people.
Oh, like the Guatemala's fucking chicks. Yeah, I tried to be friends with like this chick
Oh,
Emily
that-
from Guatemala, and oh my god, like she's so nice too. Like she's super nice. Then like out of nowhere she'll be like, yeah, and then my boyfriend's fucking bitch of a sister kept calling. I don't know what the fuck her problem is. I'm like, what? She's like, I don't know. It's why she just call him every day. I'm like, but it's his sister. And she's like, yeah, but like, why does she have to call him every day? Like. And then she was just like, what was it? She was getting a boat. They were getting like a little, like a fucking, it's a boat that just stays at the docks, basically.
Yeah.
It floats out a little bit sometimes if you want,
They
but
call
like,
it a ponton.
yeah, it's got
It's
a
a
weird
square. It's a square
Yes,
platform.
That thing,
It's meant to
basically.
go in the middle there, drink, and then the driver drives back.
She convinced her boyfriend that they were going to do that all summer, and she said that it's because it's to keep him away from his friends all summer. And keep him away from his like fucking annoying family members that won't stop like calling. Like
Stuck on a boat.
yeah, and I was just like, yeah, but that's not how you like fucking
Stuck on
try
a
to explain it to
semi-boat.
him. You more said like, let's have a romantic like summer getaway on this boat. And he was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then she was like, I'm gonna trap him on the boat.
What's trying to smoke it while I was sportsman?
Yeah, no, Emily was just too crazy for me to be friends with. If ever like I need to contact you and your boyfriend answers, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is she doing? Trying to hit on my boyfriend. So crazy. And the lady behind us fucking keeping her eye on me.
Why?
I think she knows. I think she knows that I want to go in their backyard. Because they're. Wait, is it their backyard? Yeah, their driveway is connected to their backyard. It's got a hole right there. Just walk through.
But that's not.
No, I think she probably was like making sure that I don't go in her shed.
Oh yeah.
Because I think she sees me wanting to go into that
Yeah,
shed. And like,
Maybe that's
she's
just
like,
all paranoia.
Well, no, it's small neighborhood shit. It's not as bad as fucking Ganawage. It's so ridiculous. I don't know if anybody can fucking live there their whole life and they never fucking leave. Like,
Well, if you are in a place where the laws don't apply the same, can you believe me that I would stay on the reserve much more and never leave?
it's not even the cops, like the peacekeepers, that like you have to be worried about. It's your fucking neighbors because they're vicious. They're fucking brutal, man.
Like it's like in BC on the reserve, you had that guy and you knew that you don't let your dog go on his lawn. Why? Because he walks on his fucking land with his gun on his shoulder, and then if your dog comes on the land, your dog gets shot. And it happened before, and then now nobody let their dogs go around there.
Which was like,
Because the guy has chickens, and a dog came onto his fucking land and
ate all his chickens, yeah.
killed a bunch of chickens, and then he couldn't get rid of the dog in the cage. Shot the dog in the cage.
well, apparently the reason why Ganawage is full of dogs that are just off leash was to get rid of the cat problem. And it worked. No more cats in Ganawage. At least not than any that you see.
They're more wild further. Yeah.
They have pet pigs in Ganawage, so I just gave up on trying to understand.
Somebody in that flag has a pet pig. I got ripped off. I thought he was gonna stay like a small pig.
Yeah,
and become
micro
like a
pig,
big
yeah. And then obviously, because the fuck pig.
pig. Yeah,
idiot.
yeah. No, there's no such thing as a small pig.
Same with micro rabbit, or what was it? A dwarf rabbit. We got a dwarf buddy. His name was Bagel. And
Become
Caitlin
bigger,
just
yeah.
like fucking kept feeding him and feeding him. I'm like, Caitlin, it was supposed to stay this big. This is a buddy now. This is a buddy. Like, fucking, he's huge. Good thing couldn't walk. He literally just lays there all day long. And then sometimes he like
the one
calls
this
him
other
over
guy
his
had
phone.
was high like this and big like that. It was in the house. He goes in his own cat litter kind of thing.
Yeah, but they still poop everywhere. They're really
Just
hard
a
to
really
save.
thing. It's really clean.
Oh,
It
really?
just smells though. It smells
I
like
thought
a
my
barn.
bird took poop in her cage.
It smells like a barn.
Yeah, no, I'll never get a rodent. I'll never get a rodent for as long as I live ever again. We've done the hamsters, we did the mice, we did the. I almost got oh fuck, what was it? The gerbils with fur.
Yeah.
What is that called? Not a hedgehog.
A gerbil.
It's called anyway. It's the little like fucking rats with all the fur, and there's one of them that is just like it looks like my dog, but in gerbil format.
Where's my phone over there?
Have I put it there?
What?
It's not your phone. It's my phone. You went to the bathroom.
I went to the bathroom with my phone.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
No. When I do that, I leave it on the toilet paper and I forget that I put it there because I don't go in the bathroom with my phone.
You understand a pair of teeny tiny
A tiny what?
scissors?
Tiny. No. The white and gray ones. White and gray. Check in that box. The fake book.
No, I saw them somewhere like more recent. Maybe in the drawers or something. What's this? No.
The grill. The other one. The red one.
You are wet as fuck, bitch.
Oh, wow. So white speak.
Bobby Calvin's Native Nations of North America. Also inside. We came to North America, discovering world cultures. Megatrack. Walking Coyote and Buffalo Orphans. Your name is Walking Coyote?
Yeah.
That's so cute. That is the sweetest ever. He's helping a fucking bunch of buffalo that have been orphaned. That's so sweet.
Buffalo.
Order form. Where? I just want a date.
I date every day.
Cortland Park School. Carson Avenue. That's not what that school's called. No, there's no year on it.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
1982. No, that's the picture. That's the painting. Must be. Oh my god. Seriously?
What?
No? Oh, the dawn of AI. Artificial intelligence. It's an alien.
Like,
Y'all crazy motherfuckers. Like you guys have just been waiting for this for so long. You guys are like, this is it! This is it!
I'm telling you, if there is alien, they put us here so we never, ever, ever have contact with any other life form because we are fucking savage. The whole human race
That's what that
is.
guy was saying. That guy on Satan's show.
We're violent, we kill, we rape,
He
we
was saying
steal.
that they're from the future and they were granted access to be able to go in the past by their masters, which is us, I think. And
Okay.
like we said that they can go in the past and collect data about us to bring back to the future.
So that's all they're gonna do. Example, it's true. Like let's say let's humor them. Okay,
Sure.
it's true. They're gonna bring back data. They won't save us. Save yourself because you're from the future.
That's what the
And
guy
anyway,
was
we have
insinuating,
so many.
that
We have so many movies of that.
Slaves to us,
As soon as you
basically.
come back in the past from your future, you're not in the same future line because you're switching stuff. So you create an alternate reality, which you're not going to be the same future person in that world if you stay there. And if you go back into your future, it won't be the same world. So anyway,
No, that makes sense.
that's my understanding. Bringing back data, it's not really the thing to go for.
I don't know. He was like a fat nerd who was just such an over active imagination.
Well, the last season of Sword Art Online, it was all about MMORPG VR. And then the first season, they got stuck in it, and if they die in the game, they die under nerve gear. So they get stuck in the game, they have to beat it. And anyway, the last one is that company of neuroscience to fix brain waves when you have brain damage because of your circuits and all that. They're creating also bottom top AI that lives in a world where the time goes faster, and that guy dives in because he's got brain damage and he needs to like fix, and he lives like hundreds of years in there. And then they figure out how to bring out an AI from there that is completely human like, and then they bring it into a robot in the human world, and people are like freaking out. And then it's all about creating a bunch of fucking AIs. Like, it's just crazy.
It's just crazy.
It's just crazy.
I know.
The craziest anime was Albator. In 73, they had stuff with battleship with dark matter that goes in outer space with all their crazy science of like CERN. You know what they're doing with CERN? The particle collider. They were all like it's science fiction of all of that, and today it's all done. But it was fantasized in 73 by the Japanese. But today it's all accurate, and it's all out. They like predicted it. I'm like,
Yeah,
was it predicted? Or?
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. Fucking Jordan Peterson. When I first actually I wasn't like super into him because he wasn't really that famous, but it was like the first time in Canada that somebody was like in a parliamentary setting being like, I refuse to kind of like cater to the it wasn't trans at the time. It was just mostly people who were just like, I identify as the opposite sex basically. And he made a huge deal about it, and he was just like, nope, I will take whatever consequence, because I'm assuming there's a consequence that is going to go along with me saying that I will not use people's pronouns. But like, he's like, and they're like, oh, because he's a bigot. He's like, nope, it's not because I'm a bigot, because I studied this. This is basically what I major in. I studied it for 20 years, the Orwellian whatever. Fucking basically what led Hitler to be able to do the Holocaust, where it's not just like some fucking random asshole who just like stood up one day. It was just like, I don't like Jewish people. We all should murder the Jews. Everybody, let's go. Like, it's not really how it went down. There was like a series of like events, like steps that were taken to get to the point where he was able to get people to go along with this and convince people for this. It was like, that's basically what I mastered in, like, that's what I've been studying for the past 20 years. And like, what you guys are doing, this is step one to basically destroying any kind of democracy. And it was the first time, because it was like 2015. So it was before we legalized gay marriage, I guess. But very much when the AIDS crisis was like hot and heavy, and people were like, oh, if you're gay, you have AIDS. Yeah, no, and like that wasn't actually that long ago. And he literally, they showed him fucking talking about it back then, and he literally is explaining step by step all the things that are like now happening. It's super fucked up, actually.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is actually kind of like slightly scary.
And most people that are in charge are like, no, this is nonsense. This is not what we're doing.
Well, no, like he comes off looking like he's a homophobe, basically. Like, and at the time it was like when people were starting to, mass shooting in Russia.
What?
Deadliest terror attack in 20 years.
When did it happen? Yesterday?
Yeah.
What?
ISIS K, whatever the fuck they're calling it.
All about.
There's really not much that they're letting out other than just that. That it's been.
Like the little videos that we saw.
They have 2 brown guys that are in custody that went to a court date. One of them they took out of the emergency room. Guys like all fucked up. Like, and they said that they used torture. And it's unclear if they tortured them before. If someone tortured them before they were arrested or after they were arrested.
It's Russia. They get arrested before, during, after, until their death. It's Russia. As soon as they're done with it, it's gulag. In gulag, it's like a jail
Over
where
20,
you're left alone there between the prisoners.
Over 20 years
And
that
you don't
they've
have
not
any
had
kind of, any
anything
kind
like
of
this.
guardian in there. What you have is people with guns, and if you cross those red doors, you die because they shoot you.
I doubt they shoot you because that would be.
No, in the gulags.
Hey, no.
Who that?
It's a cat.
It's a cat.
Oh, and you are gone. Hey, Randall.
Jack.
Hey.
Jack.
No.
The fuck?
Jack. Come. Bad dog. No, leave him. Like, if he wants to stay out, let him stay out. Oh, he's following you. Well, don't run away. He's like, why are you going inside?
Well, I wasn't out there to fucking play with you. Fucking dick.
Good boy, Jack. Keep that cat off the lawn. Okay. This is actually a new channel. I just found it.
To fame points to a much more dire lesson that all of us need to learn, and I don't think it has ever been summarized better than what you're about to see. That lesson is simple. Tyranny is always one step away, and your words are the ultimate bulwark against it. But that's just scratching the surface, because there's a lot more that I need to tell you after we watch this next clip.
There isn't a goddamn thing that can be done to me to make me allow the government to compel my speech.
That's great.
not happening.
Yeah.
And when I made the videos about Bill C-16, I thought...
Every other law,
I thought, there's no damn
I
way
can
I'm
see
following this law.
that, yes,
I don't care what happens.
you can impose
And I
these
didn't
laws
say
on
that
me
lightly. I thought
with,
it through. I
against
thought,
my
okay,
will.
well,
If you really
let's
want to,
assume
you
the
take away my
worst
gun,
case scenario,
you
and the
take
worst
away my
case scenario
fucking-
would be that the student would
my
be
right
put
to
in
travel,
voluntary
all these fucking
commission,
things.
and then they would do an
One thing that
investigation,
cannot be
and
actually
they
taken
would
away
find
from
guilty
anybody
because
is
the
your freedom
Voluntary
of
Human Rights
speech.
Commission finds 99%
Like,
of the
that's
people
something that
brought
is not optional,
guilty,
and it
because
is,
that's what
it's a,
totalitarians do.
what do they call it,
And then I
God-given
would
right?
refuse to pay the
Yeah.
fine or cooperate with
either
whatever the re-education they would put me through
You
would
have
be,
it or you
and then I
don't.
would
Or
move
like
to
either
civil
you have
court, and then I would be
freedom of
fined for
speech
contempt,
or you
and
have
then, you know, then the whole legal
temporary
process
privilege.
would unfold. And I thought, well,
But,
I can do
that's
that,
the
or
freedom
I
of
could
speech is
allow
the
government to
one thing that's
regulate
not a
my
temporary
speech.
privilege.
It's
It's
like,
my
nope, that's not
God-given
happening.
right.
Yeah, because look, I can talk right now.
And nothing is no person, like no matter what you
Divine
can do, can
intervention is
stop
stopping
me
me
from
from-
speaking.
Exactly.
So if you don't speak up, that is your choice. Like people don't be given freedom of
The
speech.
right to exist with their own thoughts. They lie.
Mm.
That's what happens. Is that individuals sacrifice their own souls to the dictates of the state, and then everything goes badly sideways.
Mhm.
It's like, and you think, well, how much evidence for that do we need? You know, you're looking
Apparently
at
over 150 years worth.
It's like, isn't that enough?
Nope.
Well, the people that I read who were profound, Viktor Frankl's a good example for beginners. If you want to read about this sort of thing, he wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning. And Frankl, and also Solzhenitsyn, and a variety of other commentators as well, who really looked into what happened in both in Nazi Germany and in the communist
You get
states.
cheese left.
Their conclusion
Oh,
was
did I get some for you?
Yeah, that was the
is
plan.
that the lies of the state, the lies that and tyranny of the state are
Who's
aided
fucking
and
smart?
Oh, go see Daddy. What does he have for you?
sacrifice.
Yeah,
of the
that's gonna
individual.
be cheese.
It's not top down. The Nazis are telling you what to do, and you're all innocent and obeying.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Yup.
Is you falsify.
That's why I have a
your-
fucking Palestinian
your
flag in
being.
my fucking window. I don't know anything about
Yeah.
Palestinians. I don't even
And
really
you
know
end
anyone's
up where
Palestinian
you
other
don't
than
want to
neighbors.
be.
But
And that's a bad idea.
Maybe they're not.
Anyone that's been following Jordan Peterson since his rise in 2016 understands
Like,
one thing: Jordan's
I don't need
opposition to
Brown to
Canada's
be
Bill
like, hey,
C-16 makes
killing
preferred
babies,
gender
killing
pronouns
women,
part of the
fucking
Human
wrong.
Rights Act was not because of mere pronouns, but the dangerous precedent of compelled speech it was setting. In fact, if you dig back almost 8 years ago, you find Jordan Peterson's lengthy one-hour expose on YouTube around Bill C-16 and why he wouldn't bow down to compelled speech laws. That was one of the first of his videos to gain mainstream traction. It was made clear from the start that gender pronouns were only a side issue to the government
Yes,
compelling speech. Quote, I don't recognize another person's right to determine what pronouns that I use to address them. I won't do
Because
it.
they were
Now,
like, you have to
again,
do,
I think that
retraining.
because of these
Or,
laws,
what do you
that
call
my
it?
decision might be illegal, and
Um,
maybe it's even a decision of
Right
hate.
think
But I'm
training
not
is
doing
what they
it.
called it.
I think
And he was
that
like,
those gender
You
neutral
like, he's like,
pronouns
you know what?
are
I'm not even
motivated.
doing
And
anything.
that's what
You
was
guys
at
are
the
doing it
heart
to
of
yourselves.
Jordan was
Like,
not willing to
Go
give
ahead, tell
each
everybody
to
what my
authoritarians
punishment
because
is.
he understood
This is
they would take
ridiculous.
the line.
Like,
Anyone familiar with history
and then at one
understands
point he was like,
that
you know what?
in our democracy,
On second
free
thought,
speech rights
I will
are
take that course. I will absolutely take that course. I'll film every moment of it so that I can show everybody what the fuck you guys are pushing.
His proof of that is seeing how consistent he's been in that position now, just as he was several years ago.
It seems to me that we're in danger of crossing the line. Bill C-16 and its surrounding legislation is the first time I've seen in our legislative history where people are attempting to make us speak their language.
The domain
Oh,
of language is
oh, oh.
one of the most sensitive mechanisms needed for the
Wait,
flourishing
what is
of
that?
democracy, and anyone that thinks they can
Wait.
close the walls on it without unintended consequences.
Their language
The domain of language is
and its surrounding legislation. It's the first time I've seen in our legislative history where people are attempting to make us speak their language.
The domain of language is one of the most sensitive mechanisms needed for the flourishing of democracy, and anyone that thinks they can close the walls on it without unintended consequences is likely ignorant of what it has led to in history.
And if you're interested in that, there's a great book called Ordinary Men. You read that and you won't be the same person afterwards, so I would beware of reading it. But it's a story about these policemen in Germany. So they were middle-aged guys, and they'd been...
No.
Girl, how did you get your closet so organized? I want to just walk
Because
this
I
floor
work at
and
Misplay, and I Misplay app.
Jordan, lovely to see you. Thank you for
Is it blonde chick? Yeah.
Hmm?
Most of those games that I stopped playing, it's because of that chick. Because, oh, girl, how did you get all those stuff on Amazon? Because I've been Misplay and earn gift cards. Don't Misplay. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I shared twice on the game and I'm done. Game deleted.
Weird. Captures, playback speed, lock screen, additional settings. Mode. Volume open. There used to be a button you could press. Oh, I guess that's probably the playlist
Policemen
thing.
in Germany, so they were
Keep people
middle-aged
from doing
guys,
fucking
and they-
playlists.
they-
I don't know fucking
they
why
grew
that's a
up and
thing.
were socialized before the Nazis came to power, so they're just your typical middle-class policemen. And they were brought into Poland after the Nazis had marched through, and charged with keeping order in the occupied state. And they knew, their commander knew that it was going to be brutal because they were in wartime, and they regard the Jews, for example, as enemies, and so there was going to be a fair bit of rounding up with all of that, with all of what that implied. And the commander told the policemen that they could go home if they wanted to, that they didn't have to participate in this. And then what Ordinary Men does is document their transformation from ordinary policemen, the sort of people that you know, to guys who are taking naked pregnant women out into the middle of fields and shooting them in the back of the head. And it documents one step at a time how an ordinary person turns into someone like that. You think, well, we don't want that sort of thing to happen anymore. Well, then you don't want to be that sort of person. That's how it's fixed. And if you're not going to be that sort of person, then you don't take the first steps. Because the first steps lead you down a pathway that, at least in principle, you don't want to go. I spent years looking at the worst things there are to look at. And I've learned from that. And I've certainly learned things that I won't do. And one of them is I won't let the government regulate my speech. It's a mistake. I don't care what compassionate principles hypothetically motivate that move. It was unprecedented in English common law, that move. It was all buried under this leftist compassion, which is mostly a lie.
You know what compelled speech laws are a sign of? It's the sign of a receding trust in the validity of your own ideas, and so you decide to voice them upon others instead of letting language evolve naturally. Think of what happens when you're forced to say something that you really don't believe. That internal disconnect teaches you how to lie. You realize how instrumental lies can be in the short term, either in benefiting you or in making you feel good and compassionate, as in the case of the gender pronoun debate. In the world that George Orwell painted in 1984, that's exactly what society was like.
No.
You know the one thing that pronoun debate. In the world that George Orwell painted in 1984, that's exactly what society was like, but several years ago.
It seems to me that we're in danger of crossing a line. With Bill C-16 and its surrounding legislation, it's the first time I've seen in our legislative history where people are attempting to make us speak their language.
He's pissed.
I've never seen him do that. I've never seen him kind of stand up on a soapbox like that.
Language evolved naturally. Think of what happens when you're forced to say something that you really don't believe. That internal disconnect teaches you how to lie. You realize how instrumental lies can be in the short term, either in benefiting you or in making you feel good and compassionate, as in the case of the gender pronoun debate. In the world that George Orwell painted in 1984, that's exactly what society was like, but perhaps even Orwell himself couldn't have guessed what the phenomenon of the newspeak and the thought police could actually come from the
Thought
far left of
police.
the political spectrum rather than the far right. You now start to see how the issue of gender pronouns is almost a side distraction at this point, because using them to Trojan horse compelled speech legislation is what reveals the real authoritarian tendencies.
It is a mystery, you know. It is a mystery because it is the case that there is something about the Nazi doctrine that seems to have a visceral impact
What?
that the communist doctrine doesn't
What?
have.
Like fucking
Whereas
four-course
what's
meal.
happening on the left
Well,
that's
fuck.
horrifying is murky. It might even be
Murky.
multidimensional. Like
Is
maybe
that
there's
not the
some
buffet?
radical leftist idea that's murderous, like the racial superiority doctrine. Maybe it's a combination of 3, or maybe it's some set of 4 out of 10. Who knows? So, and because of that, it doesn't seem as repugnant. And there was also a universalizing tendency among the communists that seemed to be less morally reprehensible than the ethno-nationalism.
Yeah,
of the
it
Nazis.
is.
So, you know, you think, if you go back to 1914, it's
7
complicated, but if you
years
go back
ago.
to, say 1918, at the time of the Russian Revolution, it's not like the communists knew that their attempts to bring about the socialist utopia would be doomed to absolute murderous catastrophe, right? They were working in ignorance. Now, it's not that simple, because by that time Dostoevsky had already written The Devils, the Possessed, and he outlined very, very clearly what he thought would happen if people like that got the reins of power. And Nietzsche had done the same thing in his writing. So people
Oh, I
knew that
actually
there was
read a bit of that,
something
Nietzsche.
toxic, let's say, and deadly about the
One with
doctrine.
the apple on
But it
it.
hadn't been played out on the world stage.
The good, the bad, and the
And
something.
when I hear someone say that wasn't real communism, I know what they mean.
It's like a little
What
black
they mean
book.
was,
I just remember an apple
if
on
I
it.
was the dictator
It's hard to
in
read
selling
fucking Friedrich
shoes,
Nietzsche.
I personally
Really
would
hard to
have
read.
brought in the utopia. That's what that statement means. Or it means an ignorance of history that's so utterly appalling that patent. That any
He's
political
amusing
statement
himself.
made on behalf of that person whatsoever should immediately be followed by a paroxysm of extreme embarrassment.
Perhaps that's really what's wrong today. We've forgotten history at our own peril and are doomed to repeat it. Everything you see today, from compelled speech legislation to the breakdown of all grand narratives in a postmodern takeover, actually comes from this dreadful mistake of not understanding what happened less than 100 years ago. And yet, you just don't see the torchbearers of the modern left admitting that there's a way you can go too far on the side of the political spectrum. I remember Jordan Peterson once posed this exact question to prominent leftists like Michael Eric Dyson and Michelle Goldberg. When exactly does the left go too far? That's one of the most important questions to answer. The answer is it goes too far before it becomes obvious that it has. In other words, far before violence appears and far before you see real political friction, there are ideas that come out of the far left that should be anathema to a free democratic society. That is, when it starts treading on the line of free speech and individual rights, or starts construing all inequality as justice and a kind of utopian equalism. Those are the things that are the first step on the slippery slope to the far left.
Oh, the slippery slope.
I have another one.
And Stalin's Russia.
A rugged road.
That today, the stories that someone like Naomi
A rugged
narrates
road.
about North Korea are enough to send chills
Is that
down
another
anyone's
one?
spine.
Here's a fun story. You know that it is now illegal for physicians to
Well, you
list
know it's not gonna be a
starvation as the cause of death for a Venezuelan child in a hospital. That's how they're dealing with the fact of starvation.
Well, that's
Just
Quebec.
make it illegal
Quebec was
to
like,
have
we're
that
just gonna count
diagnosed as the
differently.
cause of death. That'll
They're like, well,
solve the
count
problem.
how differently so that we know how to incorporate it into how everybody else has been counting the whole time.
Towards the
They're like,
acceptance
just
of the Sleep
different.
Manifesto, which doesn't look
Because
like the
Quebec,
Sleep
Quebec's a
They
different
were
place.
all radical promoters
We do it differently
of
here.
the Venezuelan government.
Clearly.
So everything went like badly sideways. You know, I think the average Venezuelan now has lost 17 pounds. And that's
Oh,
not
the
because
Maduro
they went
diet.
on a voluntary dieting program, right? It's
The
not
Nicolas
good.
Maduro
And
diet.
so, if you're
So, like,
tilted
this,
towards the
this
left
old man,
and you're temperamentally inclined
he
that way,
was
and
just
half
like,
the population is,
I
then
used
you
to
have
be
an
like
ethical
3
problem on
pounds
your
overweight.
hands.
This is my
Which is
belt.
how do you
This
segregate
is where my
yourself
belt
from the radical
used to be,
policies
and
that
this is where
produce
my belt is
catastrophes
now.
of the 20th century?
And,
you can't just
no,
say,
no, no.
that's not my problem. It's like, well, okay,
You're
if it's
running.
not your
Why did you
problem
say
now,
that?
it
Because I
certainly
need
might become your problem in the future. So, and I would say
Oh,
it's actually everybody's
you're
problem.
making coffee.
In the aftermath of the
Why do you
20th
want a glass
century,
of
it's everybody's
Okay.
problem.
Yeah.
We did the multinational experiment, right? It doesn't matter if you put these policies into play, the same bloody outcome.
Yeah, close the door.
It doesn't matter whether it was Russia or China or
Fuck.
Cambodia or Vietnam or to pick a random African country or Cuba or Venezuela for that matter. It was an unmitigated catastrophe. And so to me, that's experiment plus replication. Enough.
Enough.
No.
Well, that has to be dealt with, and it's not. And the intellectual left in the West has been absolutely appalling in their silence on the communist catastrophe. Like, we're not done with this yet. And the Korean state, North Korea, has an
We're not done with this yet.
Catastrophe. And everyone there starves. There's millions of people.
I say that all the time too. We're like, oh, we're doing this still? Okay.
It's not.
Really? I didn't know we were still doing this. I thought we already. Okay, never mind.
Well, Jack. Peterson. Jack,
What's a babe?
go eat your food. Just be eating your seat in your seats.
Well, as you can see, the opponents of free speech are capable of making a lot of inarticulate noise. Alright, so I want to tell you a couple of things about what this is about as far as I'm concerned. Right? I'm not going to talk about sexual politics. It's not my primary concern. What I'm going to talk about is freedom of speech, and I want to tell you a few things about freedom of speech, okay? Because I've been thinking about this.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter if we're talking about like your fucking what you feel like general animals are, or like anything else. Like, what the fuck puppy you want? I don't give a shit what the topic is. Oh, that's their go-to thing. Every time you talk, they make a fuck ton of noise, so you can't, so no one can hear them.
Who does that?
The students. They want out. Oh! Look, it's a speaker. Look at this guy. Boom! Yeah! Good for you. Fuck that dumb bitch. Yeah, fucking ugly bitch. You're actually so funny. Thank you, sir. The one fucking asshole who has enough balls to go up and be like, can you stop? Like, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, fuck, speak. Jack, are you protesting against freedom of speech?
Articulate what those problems are, solve them, and come to a consensus. And we risk everything down. Now, you can say there should be reasonable restrictions on free speech, and that's the case. You shouldn't be allowed to yell fire.
No, not there.
Yeah.
That's the window.
I'll talk to you now. Yeah. No, I like what you said where like I'll take whatever fine that they give me, I'll take whatever lawsuit that they throw at me, like whatever punishment, it's not gonna change my mind. It's like, and I thought about this. I put a lot of thought into this. I didn't just like decide like, oh, I want to fucking be a taxi driver.
Criticizing everything I say. No wonder. I don't speak. My arguments are perfectly formulated.
That's fucking right. That's right.
I studied totalitarianism for 4 decades.
No,
And I know how it starts.
no, you have to correct the bad behavior. It's like, that's why men, and it's like, fucked up thing that men have right now. I'm like, I was thinking to Victoria, like, no, this needs to be corrected now. Like, it's gone too long with men. If this is actually how men feel, where they're having like these sexual fetishes for things that are like you're asking me a fake snore?
What? Oh, because he was about to say, here's what I recommend. So it's those people are gonna do it.
No, but I very much agree that you can't correct the bad behavior if you don't know that. Same. Yeah, people who. Oh, sorry, Jack. Okay. People who are shameful don't stand up on a fucking pedestal to fucking scream it to the world. They wear fucking masks, like fucking Antifa.
No, but do you hear yourself, people? He's talking to you about us not being able to have free speech anymore, and we're gonna end up in a totalitarian world, and then you're like, shame.
All they care about is their feelings. They're saying shame because, you know what? Ezra. They're saying, they're accusing somebody of how they feel. Shame. You feel shame. Like that, but you're fucking pointing fingers saying, "Oh, shame on you." No, you're the one who feels shame. He's the one standing up on a fucking box, screaming his opinion. So I'm a transphobe. Like, I guess so. Just like I'm a Nazi, like whatever.
Didn't make it all about them.
Because their whole lives, it's all about them. Their mommies and daddies. Every time they get into trouble, mommy and daddy bails them out. Pays fucking off
I
whoever
just
they
wanna-
need to pay.
I just want to ask one of them at some point, like very offensively, saying, "So you guys like to fuck each other as weird bio weirdos?"
Your people change their minds on a daily. Like, these are the people that we need to be told, like, you can't let a 16-year-old get tattoos because they change the fucking mind.
Okay, enough yelling about your biggest fucking ideas, guys.
That, eh?
Yeah.
Like, and
Made me aggressive. It's
No.
not beat trans people though.
yeah, but like,
That went wrong. That went.
no, kind of, because like you're doing a fat. Like, great, congrats. Like,
We're talking about hockey today.
it's a mental illness. It's a mental problem. It's FOMO.
Okay, we're talking about a new park and together that should be trans people. They're welcoming.
It's all the FOMO shit. It's the FOMO. It's like there's a group of people who are doing something and they want to be part of the special people's group.
Yeah, you're very special.
Well, that's what they're saying with the trans people who are now like fucking the opposite gender, and they went through they made a huge fuss about getting reassignment surgery, and their parents were super against it, and they're still depressed.
But all those people, all
And
those
they thought now
trans
they even feel more uncomfortable.
should raise their own money and make their own Olympics and their own sports and their own school and their own shit if they want.
It's a fad. It's just a fad.
So if you're not capable of doing all that, you shouldn't be taking seriously in consideration.
So Jordan
Oh.
Peterson brings one of these transgender people on who are now regretting
Oh yeah.
the fact that they're trans, and he was like, I was not informed that like it hurts.
Huh.
Reassignment surgery hurts a lot. Like, and it doesn't just like go away after like you do the surgery and now you're fine. It still has, there's a lot of pain after surgery.
Oh yeah.
Like, and he's like, and there are things that are not lining up properly in my hormones now, and I feel still depressed, and I'm still uncomfortable in my body. Like, because most of us feel this way. Because most of us want to tear our fucking skin off with their own fucking nails. Because it feels like everyone's looking through you, and it's just if you don't fucking play as if you're all confident macho, well, that's how all of us basically feel. Like, but she was saying that. She was like fucking. She went from being the unpopular, bullied kid at school to being the most popular kid at school, and news stations were doing news reports about her and shit. Be like, you're so brave, you're so like courageous that you're coming out and you're doing the whole like, even though people are against you. And she was like, I feel like a celebrity. Everyone said you're doing such a great thing. And then as soon as she got the surgery,
Regretted it.
well, everyone's gone. You're not a celebrity anymore.
Yeah.
You're just another fucking one of us.
You're just another fucking weirdo.
Mhm. And as like a 16-year-old, you can't really blame a 16-year-old for wanting to be part of the cool kids club. Like, there are people who are my age who do it all the time.
You're just the same kind of weirdo as little Ferrari that like couldn't hold the fact that she wanted more breast implants. So you know that's just a sickness.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a sickness, and but it's perpetuated. To me, it's bad parenting. To me, it's your parents. As a parent, it like my mom. There was a lot of times where a lot of parents shit on her for like decisions that she made that they were like, "Wow, that's abusive to your child," and she's like, "I don't find it is. I think it's a good lesson to learn, and I don't see it being abusive." She's like, I wanted you to be able to do things for yourself because I had to go to my parents every time I needed something. Every time I wanted something, every time I fucking had to do something, my parents would have to be holding my hand to go, like, as a 20-year-old, to go do a fucking job interview. Like, that's fucking sad. So that's why
Yes.
she...
You know, basic command of life is do not alter your own body to some extent.
you got a vessel. If you fuck it up in somewhere, you cut something
It
wrong. you
shouldn't
bleed out.
matter because it shouldn't matter though.
No, but if you cut something wrong, you bleed out. You're not supposed to play with nature like this.
I agree that you shouldn't play with nature. Kyle Crockett taught me that. I was very young and I was asking him about cats and dogs breeding because the show Cat Dog. I'm like, so how does that happen? You got a cat and a dog. He's like, you don't, Matt. It's a cartoon. I'm like, yeah, but what if you have a dog and it fucks with another dog and then like immediately after fucks a cat? He's like, I don't know, Madison. You just don't fuck with nature like this. I was like, that's pretty lame, like fucking response.
It does
But
happen.
he's right.
It does happen.
Yeah, they don't. It's
But
like
in the same kind
pure
of
red dogs.
like it does happen. Like meaningly,
How many
Chinese
times?
people and black people having babies. That's Blasian. Okay, wait. A tiger and a lion. They're two feline. They do actually have tigra and ligra now.
Yeah, but this was
Depending-
from evolution and them almost
Yes.
dying off.
Yes.
My dog, being a purebred, he's a freak of nature.
Yes.
He is
Oh,
not
oh,
like.
oh, close your ears. Oh.
Well, no, but he's not that far off. He's one of the original breeds. But now people are like Chug, a Chihuahua pug.
You know
Now
what he
this is
was-
a breed of
You know
dog.
what he went for?
Hi.
It was meant to warm
The Emperor's feet.
the throne as well. So when they leave, the dog stays there.
Matthew's little lion I got his front door. I wanted it because I'm like, hey, it's my dog.
Yeah.
That's actually what they represent. They represent the Shih Tzu.
Yeah.
But that's what it translates to, lion dog. Shih Tzu.
Cool.
But yeah, no, the Chug, like it's a Chihuahua pug, and now that's its own breed of dog. Like that's
But it's still canine. You know what I mean?
yeah, but like then there's
You
like
don't have
the
a canine
fucking,
and
all
a
the
feline.
the American bulldogs, and they have to be like artificially inseminated, and even when they're pregnant, they can't fucking naturally birth. They have to get like a C-section, and you have to bring them to the vet for like them to actually give birth.
Yeah.
How many fucking signs? Like his allergies are just like he's allergic to fucking
Crack the
literally
door a little bit.
everything. What?
Crack the door a little bit.
He's literally allergic to fucking everything, and that's because he's not meant to be those genetics. They're
No, that's it.
but so how many signs do you need for you to understand that some things are just not meant to be?
Well, I say that, but look how I react with the plants, though. I totally do freaks of natures, and I play God with it.
Yeah, but no one's being hurt by that.
No, I think my plant likes
No
it.
one's suffering.
Yeah,
My
no, I don't
dog,
think so.
he suffers because I have to feed him
Yeah.
human home cooked meals. Like otherwise, he itches till he bleeds. But it's the same as the Europeans that we're all like, we want to keep our bloodline pure. And what happened? All the portraits of them have to be fucking tweaked and like fucking edited so that you don't see that all the Europeans and the kings and queens and the royal family,
They're all
they're all
inbred.
fucking hideous.
They're
They're
inbred.
fucking weird, fucking huge jaws, huge foreheads. They're not. C'est pas normal, though.
No, c'est pas normal.
But then you have all these fucking kids that have like allergies, asthma, pre-diabetes. Like, this is another thing where I'm just like, how many signs do you need that some things are just not meant to be, at least not in this moment? But people have to have their way for some reason. Like, some people go their whole lives being like not hearing no. Like,
True.
and it's not only like some of us like don't hear like it's not that we don't hear no. We hear no, but then we expect to not even ask because we already know that that's not going to be a thing for us, which is just not true. It just means that all these other people who are way too privileged who don't necessarily like even I'm guilty of it. Like I was very I wouldn't say privileged, but spoiled when I was younger. Up
You
until
grew
my
up-
grandparents got sick.
You still did have some kind of hardship in your childhood, but you did grew on cotton.
It went from very, very normal, very structured, and very
Grew-
privileged very quickly went into
Well, that's the thing.
very abnormal.
That's the thing. When I'm saying grew on cotton, people get me wrong when I say that, because I'm not saying that you lived comfy and all. You just lived
We did.
in a frame set where the normal is you need to have the house, you need to have the generational debt, you need to have the some kind of standard.
My mom was really strict when we were little. Up until my grandma got sick, but at least I'll give her that she gave me fair warning, because there was a specific day that she like brought me into the kitchen and was like, things are gonna change a bit, and I need you to know how to feed yourself. So we're gonna learn how to cook eggs today, because I can't cook for you anymore because I have to quit my job to take care of your grandparents. But she at least gave me fair warning that like shit's gonna change, and that she's not gonna be there to cook me every time I need food. Cook for me, not cook me.
Because if you like,
but then it all went
the way
so
I see
fast.
it, we're not quite the same as our neighbors in their neighborhood, because like they own their house, they have their house there for decades and shit. We're renting. I'm still in the world of we're renting kind of an apartment, but we're just smart and we have a house and it's a normal. That's just it.
I think this is a weird what do you call it? In every other, like, what it should have been, it was very much altered at a certain point because of like the whole like COVID and all these people who are basically playing God. There's a lot of people I realize who have a messiah complex. I'm like, that's schizophrenia.
Yep.
Like, I think a lot of people have schizophrenia and they don't know it, because that's one of the first things I asked Brandon after his accident. I was just like, has this, like, I've known you my whole life. Has this always been there? Like, this voice that tells you to do stuff? And he was like, yeah, I think I've always had it. It's just what everybody else feels like, oh, what was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was sleeping floor. Like, that voice that, like, you talk to yourself, that is a separate person. I was just like, okay. Like,
but then you get into your ego. It's okay. Your ego can be talking over you.
But I know it's me. Yeah. Or, like, if, like, I'm walking on, like, the grass and I could see
the fact is, you speak, but you don't know it's your ego talking. That's normal. That's totally normal.
Yeah, but for that voice to tell you to run your car into another person's car or something bad's gonna happen,
no, but like,
and you do it,
yeah. Or if you say something and then in your head you're like, yeah, you tell him. Like, okay. And then you're like not controlling that voice.
Like I want to try to understand it, but I guess I never. Same with Joanne. That one really still fucks me up. Where I'm just like, because there was so many parts of Joanne that are weird like me, but it's not because she's weird. It's because those are all fucking her alter egos or all her different personalities. Each like are attached to all those weird personality traits that I like about her. So like once I found out that she had multiple personality disorder, I was like, oh, okay. A whole lot of things just like click. Like everything just kind of clicked into place. I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But like these. Like, and I asked her, I was like, do you switch, like, intentionally? Like, when you switch personalities, do you do it intentionally, like, consciously? Or does that happen, like, just on its own? Like sometimes they can do it without me noticing.
Oh, wow. And
it's just, like, while they take over, she's just not there anymore. It's like she went to sleep. And it's just like a little blip, a blank spot in her memory.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, every time she switches it is very fucked up. And it's just like, that's why we haven't talked in so long. Because the last couple of times I tried to hang out with her, I just don't really know how to talk to her. Because I'm just like trying to talk to her the same as we usually do. But I have to acknowledge that, like, I have to know who I'm talking to. Like, because Joe, one of the things she told me that freaked me out, she's like, oh, Joe's the bad one. Joe's the one who gets into trouble. I was like, okay. So, like, Joe's the one who does the sneaky, manipulative, vindictive things to other girls or other people that are, like, planned and, like...
So she can be doing wrong stuff to someone and not remembering?
Yeah.
So she would pass the polygraph. No, I never did that.
Well,
In fact, she never did because she don't remember.
Joanne was full confidence. That's why, like, I had zero confidence. Joanne was my my bodyguard. So she radiated confidence, and then one day, right before we kind of like around the time we stopped hanging out, one day she just casually was just like, "Oh no, I'm afraid of everything." I was like, "What?" Like, no, you're not. You're the one who's the tough one, though. And she's like, "No, it's all bullshit. It's all, like it's an act. Like it's if I don't do that, people will treat me like a bitch. And once I start like fucking climbing up, like that's when fucking people are really gonna get me like fucking and like that's when I'm gonna go down. And I can't go down." I was like,
Like, people think I'm fearless, but I'm not.
"Yeah."
As soon as I'm against a situation, I got fucking scared as fuck. But as soon as I do, I overcome my fear and I take action. That's the difference.
Yeah, but I was running my mouth so much. I used to talk so much shit to people that were so much bigger and tougher than me that could so fucking kick my ass. And that they fucking would have if I didn't have Joanne standing behind me. And one day, Joanne wasn't behind me anymore. And you realize that you better watch what you say to who, because you never really know who you're talking to.
Nope.
Even if you know this person very well, it could not be the actual person that you think you know. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I've been, like, talking tough shit to people thinking I had backup, but, yeah.
Oh, the security theater.
Oh, very much security theater.
But you have to be careful. Because sometimes you get some of those kind of people that are like all tough shit and stuff. And then when you get them back to a corner, because you know now that they're just talking big stuff, now they get dangerous because they're badger kind of type.
Only once.
You get into the fucking corner, they'll just put all fangs out and rip through everything until they're gone. And they don't care about how much damage they will do in the area before they leave. So you have to be careful about those.
Only once, the girl that made us stop hanging out, Lisa. Fuck, I hate that fucking word. I hate her so much. But she was telling Joanne that I was saying a lot of stuff that wasn't true. So her and Lisa came to Station 7 to fucking try to, I guess, throw down with me or something.
Let's do it.
And I was walking away from her, and I just, like, she was at the back of my head, and she just, like, wouldn't stop. So I just, like, turned around, and I yelled at her, and I was like, you know what the fuck are you talking about? So back the fuck up! And she actually stepped back, and, like, we both had a moment of just, like, oh, shit, we're frozen. And I was like, okay, turn around, walk away before she realizes what happened. Because anybody who steps to Joanne, that's her cue to swing.
Oh, yeah?
100%. Joanne is constantly looking for a reason to fight.
It used to be like that when I drank.
Oh, yeah, she's a drinker.
Yeah,
She likes
always had a good reason to. I was telling my friend, you can bug the shit out of people, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Don't beat the shit out of them.
Well, girls in clubs, they see me and they just right towards me. Because they know that I am not going to fight them. And they try to fight me with their butts. Yeah, they'll just be like fucking like, if you're dancing somewhere, they'll come up right next to you and start dancing and they'll try to fucking fight you with their butt. I'm like, don't touch me with your butt. Like, so I would just be like, Joanne! And then Joanne would come up and start her thing. But that's why kind of Joanne liked me, because she knew that I was good bait in every way. I was good booze bait. I was good fighting bait. And I had 100% confidence in her. Turns out she was way more broken than I was. Ironically.
I try not to get into fights no more because every time I do, I get okay. People think I'm calm and it's all calculated.
I hate that. That's what I don't
I
like.
get very impulsive and I aim for the throat. And then what happens? I usually either break their jaw or like hit the throat, which is very dangerous.
I'm okay with people being
You know why?
like,
Because I'm scared. I do that because I'm
That's sad.
fucking scared.
but
something's
that's
gonna happen to
exactly
me.
what she does.
Boom! And then just fucking right in the throat or the jaw. And
That's
it kills
exactly
someone.
what she does. If she thinks that someone and I'll like, but she's calm when she fights. Like she doesn't do what I do. Like I get the shakes. I start to tear,
That's because
like-
you didn't get into enough fight.
which I think is actually way tougher. That I don't
It-
even have to fucking
okay,
fight people, and
It
people are
still
stupid.
happens. It's just that we're way better with the poker face, and we don't let that show.
Yeah, but I'm willing to get beat up. Like,
No, but I still get the shakes every time. My legs get the light, and then that's called adrenaline.
yeah, Joanna just doesn't really seem to get that anymore.
She does. She just controls it.
Well, I guess like after like if there's a lot of blood, she doesn't like blood, so that's what makes her a bit shaky and woozy. But she wants the person to hit her a couple times first. Nah, she's a fucking big baby. She's like a fucking huge baby. Like fucking going through like to the hospital for a needle is fucking ridiculous. I think I am more badass only due to the fact that I don't even have to hit anybody, and for some reason there are people that are afraid of
you.
me. And like, but why?
Like big black kilo.
I can't. Yeah, but like.
Gave him a hug. Was like, you got like all riches. Like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I do that with Matthew too. I do it with Matthew. I don't do it so much with Rod because Rod likes to whip out his ball sack.
And he's dirty.
No, honestly, I don't find him to be that dirty.
He's not dirty. He's clothes.
Like, but he doesn't really smell or anything like Jake. He's dead now, but Jake. I
told me
went
not to do that.
What?
Told me not to do that. Talk about someone and you specify that they're dead.
Well, Jake, I wasn't really friends with Jake. I wasn't really like super. Well, like we were friends, but we weren't super close or anything. It's not like too upsetting for me. But that guy, like, I'd be like, oh, Jake, I'm so happy that you're alive because he's like an avid train hopper, and he never changed. And the whole time I knew him, like 10 years I knew him, he had the same pair of pants. He had the same pair of pants, and the whole thing is patches, little patches. This big. Whole thing. Never washed it. Never once.
No, do you know why? Because it's waterproof at this point.
It's disgusting. So I'd be like, Jake, I'm talking to you. Hug. Okay. So I'm gonna sit over here. Because I can't sit next to him. He smells so fucking bad like pee. Like, so fucking bad.
Because
like
he's
piss.
one of those train hoppers. He wears fucking overalls, so they drink and they try to go pee and they pee themselves.
Yeah, no, that or he just like literally will like pee. Because he didn't want to get up for whatever reason. Because he's too drunk.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Jake was really gross.
What are you barking at? Who's barking at?
The only reason that what are you barking at? Ah,
Who's it?
a wasp.
A wasp? Open the door.
It is open.
Oh.
It's gone. There we go.
A wasp. Get the fuck out of here, you little jacket.
What the fuck you doing in here? I like that you were just like, what the fuck is this?
Spring, baby.
Fuck yeah! This was a fucking easy winter.
What?
That was a fucking easy winter.
Whoa. I still have to shovel like fucking.
Oh, muffin. So hard. Life is so hard. Then one day you're just like, I'm just not gonna go to that anymore.
Yeah, fuck that. That's just freedom of speech, man. Freedom of fucking do what the fuck I want.
Well, yeah. No, but you know what? I feel like it's there because me and you have kind of like, when everybody else is living very comfortably and probably had some room to spare. But we are not like that. We don't ask for things. If we need something, we just go get it. But it would have
I'm
been
one
really...
of you. You know the thing, though.
You're funny. Nice line. I just don't get that. Why people like are like, I have a debt, but this person, this person, this person. Like, but why? Like, just go get a job. Like, just go do work. Just go do literally anything. Like, and literally just be like, pay me money to do this thing, and the people will be like, yeah, here. Simple as that. I'll ask anybody for fucking handouts. I'm like, even $20. I don't like owing somebody even $20.
Somebody that no, when you lend $20 that never comes back is the best $20 you ever invested.
What?
Because you never have to trust that person again. You never give anything to that person.
See, nah, that's terrible.
And that's better than $200. It's better than
Yeah, but like, see, I don't keep that company anymore. Like, if someone needs money from me, I can't help you, bro. I could be a good ear. I can be a good listener. I can make you something to eat.
Constant listener. Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
Constant.
Everything about you is amazing. What are you talking about?
Well, you're amazing yourself.
Someone asked me that on the YouTube thing. They were like, "Are you married?" And like, do I look like I'm married, or do I look like I'm miserable? Well, that seems to be the fucking. I don't know why y'all are still fucking doing this shit. Like, I don't know anybody who's like, we got married, we had a kid, and we're now even more happy than before. No one says that. Like,
You alone at home?
what?
You alone at home?
Alone? Oh yeah.
Of course I am. And my boyfriend is at work. Of course. Like, you know that. That's creepy.
No, it's just when I vouch for you, and then like you take advantage of me vouching for you, as if it's like this is what I'm talking about. Like Victoria, I used to have share the same opinion as Victoria about like if men want. Oh fuck, fucked up.
Take your broomstick.
No, if men want to spend their hard-earned money on going to the strip club and like fucking paying for these girls to have a higher education, which is like
never put it that way. That's good. I like that.
right.
Or those don't have a higher education.
That's what I started to say. Where I'm just like, yeah, but any education is like very like fucking menial to these fucking brains because they're like, what all the time and everything's like a question. And like, yes, they may be smart in a school room setting, but like IQ wise or like socially wise, they are tits on a fucking bowl.
Yeah.
Like,
hi everyone, tits on a bowl. Here's me, the Eiffel Tower, and my tits.
like why can't we all just be friends and
Here's
like
me, my tits, my new friend.
and like even like I was like maybe that's what guys are picking up on. Maybe they think I'm like doing that thing that some girls do where they're like, I'm just like kind of like one of the guys, like.
Huh.
And it's just they're like, yeah, and it's just like as soon as they get a little bit drunk, whatever, they fucking get in their pants, and it's just like every single fucking person, every single male has fucking gotten the girl drunk and like fucking got her in bed somehow. Fucking Easy Izzy, fuck that bitch, man. I'm telling you, if I ever see her, every time, I'm gonna be trying to fight her. It's the only time you'll see me try to fight somebody. But I know for a fact that she'll never actually fight me. So, from now on, every time I see her, I go, Izzy, how about that fight? And she'll just, no, but she'll do this.
The bike rack.
Just this. Like, she can't see me. I'm like, I'm literally right
That
here.
was a joke at our school. It was like, okay, you want to fight? Let's meet at 3:30 at the bike rack.
That's my
But
favorite.
school's over at 2:45.
Oh my
So like, what, you're gonna go wait a half an hour?
I did that to some girl, Maylin or something. I think her name was. Me and Joanne were talking shit at her on MSN, and she's like, "Oh well, yeah, well, like, come meet me, fucking fight, because you guys are so tough." And we're like, "Yeah, sure. Meet in the McDonald's parking lot in 45 minutes." Hour and a half later, and the fucking pussy didn't show up. Like, you fucking idiot. Like, oh, you wait in the parking lot in the snow, you stupid idiot.
Language, baby. Doors are open.
Okay, sure.
No?
No?
There's not children all over.
They're all in school. Where they should be.
Are they?
You know what I
Yeah,
realized?
it should be. It should be.
You know what I realized? It's all the full-time mommy as their fucking career choice. I think those are all the moms that were like, my child is being like now has mental, social, like mental developmental problems because of not being in school. And like, actually, I think it's because you realize that full-time mommy is not a job. Not only that, if you really did have to be full-time mommy and didn't get your me time, fucking, you realize that you now have to be a parent all day. And that is too difficult for these people because they didn't pass fucking high school. I feel like if you're doing what is quote-unquote the toughest job you'll ever do in your life is having a child, then maybe you should have, like, I don't know, a GED. Minimum. Like, and a lot of these moms were like, I don't know past fucking grade 5 education. Like, and we don't want to admit that to our kids.
Yeah, because you force them to go through it.
Well, it's basically saying that mommy and daddy are fucking basically retarded.
That you're basic.
Well, and like you're not gonna take orders from somebody who fucking can't fucking do basic fucking addition or subtraction without their calculator.
Because you know why I always like doing it without the calculator? Just in case the calculator is gonna be wrong. Like, I'm gonna fucking trust this shit.
No, I literally my grade 3 teacher, M. Robillard. I think Charlie had her too at one point, and I was like, oh fuck, she's gonna fucking treat him like fucking shit because that woman hated me over one fucking assignment, and it was literally grade 3, double-digit subtraction.
I put that there for blocking the lamp.
Yeah, I'm gonna block it with something else. Try to wash the floor. But just because my mom wrote a note on my assignment, she was like, I feel like by grade 3, double-digit subtraction should not require a calculator, so Madison did not use a calculator for this assignment. And then my teacher wrote back, well, the point of the assignment was to teach them how to use a calculator, so Madison does not get points for this assignment. The rest of the year, this woman was fucking so goddamn mean to me. Poor Charlie. I have so many fucking teachers that fucking are like, oh, you're Madison Swan's kid. Or you're Madison Swan's fucking family. What? I need to go with this.
There was Tiger. Oh, there's another one. Sorry. Go. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fine. They're all there.
But
Here,
apparently
like
you're
Louise.
not all there.
Like Louise. Louise Lake. How was your cupcake? It was good, eh?
A lot of cupcake.
There's a lot of cupcake, eh? I mean, this, you ate one.
Yeah, I know, it's a lot of cupcake.
I ate 3 last night.
I don't know how.
Me either.
Like, I was dying off of one.
So much. Okay.
Yeah, but like, sugar affects you differently.
I know, right?
Hi. Is that my Rod? Hi, Rod. Come on, Rod. Come on to my face. Oh, you're so fucking chunky. Getting some meat on him. You okay over there?
Oh, I put food on.
Oh.
Well, it's not like he's gonna fucking eat it.
No, don't put it on the ground.
Thanks.
Where you going? Want your peanut? Here. Hey. Where you going? Hey. Come. Come on. Come get the peanut. Hey. There you go. You don't need to be mean.
I've got a peanut. I've got a penis.
What? Are you giving me the fucking stink? Oh, don't fall over. Look, there's more. Relax. Ah. No, no, no. There we go. Hi. Don't fall over. Come on. Come on. What's that? You're a fucking chunky monkey this morning, eh?
Chunky monkey doodly dee. Chunky monkey doodly dee.
Chunky monkey.
Hey.
If I come like a big bone, boom. If I come like a bone.
Come on. I think you're completely blind.
Tap. Waff. Not even the dog don't care. Really deep.
I think he's completely blind, and I think the way he navigates is the other squirrels.
Oh yeah?
Because I think it's the vibration of the other squirrels.
Okay.
Here. At least he still fucking buries peanuts. Oh, cool.
Hey, grab two the other earlier. Grab two and jumped
There you
over
go.
everybody.
Very odd. Oh. Hi. How you doing?
Yes.
I don't even know.
Shigana.
Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Doing it again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Hmm.